I too feel like we had a very civil and very open session this time. It's good to have the leadership in the Republican Party being that steady hand in these tough times. We do feel accountable to the people, and that's one of the reasons that we concluded that the growth in government had to be kept in check, and that we needed to have a structurally balanced budget. The growth in government will be less than 2% over the next biennium, but we also gave priority to schools with an increase of 3% in the funding. With the unprecedented receipt of the federal stimulus funds, our goal was not to use the federal money to fund ongoing programs, but to stimulate the economy by creating jobs and on-the-ground projects. And we worked hard to do that for the cities and the counties and the tribal governments. We maintained the ending fund balance at very close to $250 million. This was kind of the goal in the beginning, and we maintained that. It is unsettling to hear the announcements yesterday by Plum Creek that equate to the loss of about 400 jobs in western Montana. And as Senator Story said, if the income tax receipts, which represent about 47% of the revenue in state government, lag behind like they are currently lagging behind, if that becomes a trend, we are very concerned. We're running about $100 million behind, and that could easily equate to half the ending fund reserve here in the next month or so. We hope that we have taken a very cautious and well thought out path to get us through the next 2 years and allow this economy to recover, but we needed to be cautious. We prioritize school funding. We are concerned about raising the level of funding for healthy kids. Not that we don't want to provide insurance to healthy kids. I think we've shown over and over again we'd like to do that. But to provide health insurance for the middle class, those folks that make in the neighborhood of $55,000 a year, which is where the threshold is, doesn't seem quite right to most of us. But it is what it is. Hopefully it's going to work out. We are in support of providing insurance for the folks that need it and for the poor. We just sort of question whether or not we need to go beyond that and provide it for the middle income families. The reappraisal issue was addressed, and those increases for all practical purposes mitigated. And I appreciate the hard work that's done there. We will be taking a look at that again in the next couple of years, because that window of reappraisal was done while the economy was growing. And now we find ourselves in this recession, and so a quick look needs to take place in the next couple of years, and that is part of the plan. I think we kept our promises. We kept the promises we made early on. I'm not going to repeat them, they're right here. We did keep our promise to ourselves. We delivered a balanced budget, a structurally balanced budget. We have an ending fund reserve we hope will take us where we need to go. And I think for the good of Montana and the people of Montana, we did the right thing.